Why are you up?
Because I got some important shit going on here. What do you think?
Boom, the world class.
I said something in the chat room there. Can you play that video? Because it's dealing with what you're talking about there in black and all this. It's a little short video.
Okay, got you. Let me say something real quick to my man, Perfect Blackness. The very thing that you were telling Westside to do as far as the manosphere, the white manosphere, going over and talking to the white manosphere, you're pretty much telling him to do the same thing I'm saying you should do. If you don't fuck with black women in this country, you really shouldn't be speaking on it.
Right.
You should go to the African manosphere and discuss that with them.
Right.
Well, I'm not. Well, too bad, because I'm not going to do that, because I've been dealing with Black American women my entire life up until my wife. So you can forget that. You're going to hear me, and you're going to hear men like me speak. Why? Because we have experiences with Black American women, and again, like I said, that is in furtherance of the dismissive language. So if you don't like me saying this, you don't like to hear me say this, or black men like myself say this, tough. Get over it, because it ain't going nowhere.
I don't know how that shit is gonna sound when I play it. Hold on, let me see. 1 second. Oh, I'm saying. Where the hell that shit go? So, I ain't got no beef with you. I was just hoping you follow your own advice.
No, I don't have no beef with you either. I'm just saying is that your logic will hold a lot of weight if I was a foreigner, but I'm not.
No,
I have stake in this company.
You ain't got no stake in this company.
No, yes I do. No, I spent 10. No. I have stake in it. I spent 10 years serving this nation. I have every goddamn stake. I have every goddamn right to speak whatever it is that I want to speak, and I'm going to speak it.
I'm a disabled vet.
You just don't like men like us that just don't like the homegrown men speaking the problems that we have with the women here.
It's not that
you wanted to just eat it. You wanted to just eat it and take it.
You remedied yours though.
No, I remedied my personal, but I didn't remedy the problem for black men out there. That's me personally. You just don't like it, and I'm going to speak it. I'm going to speak it. I can trace my lineage all the way back to the killing fields of this nation. I have already done it. I got the documentation to prove. I got every right to, and I will. And I'm not going to be shamed out of you or nobody else because you don't like what I'm saying.
It's not about shaming. It's about you following your own.
Then don't bring that message to me, bro. Don't bring that message to me, because that message don't fit at my doorstep.
You just brought it
that
to my
fits somewhere else. Because he's telling me how to deal with white feminism, and I said go over to tell white men.
You're not even hearing
yourself, with their women.
I don't know what's going on, brother, but it's something, bro. But
I'm addressing him. I can address you, but I'm addressing him what he said. What he said to me specifically.
No, all I'm saying throughout this whole thing was, and Mike just he hit the bullseye. You're not even hearing what your own self is saying. I think there's a lot of certain issues going on.
You can say whatever you want. Like I said, I have every right to, because not only my blood, but my life experiences in this nation gives me right to complain about it.
Y'all hear it?
Yeah, I can hear you. You talking about the video?
I haven't dated no white woman.
We're not talking about dating white women. You're not ready, dude. But it's cool, man. I got you. Much respect to you, bro.
No,
Much respect to you.
no.
We all
ready,
learn it.
if I'm not ready, it's two other people on this planet ain't ready.
Well, we live, we learn. We
But
grow
you
up
ain't
different
gonna sit and tell me, you're not gonna tell me that I don't have a right to speak to this when I came out of the soil of this. When my blood helped build this damn nation. You ain't finna tell me that I don't have a right to complain about the very goddamn women that our men are subjected to deal with. No, you're not gonna do that.
So we let the Africans infiltrate, and we get within their bloodline, and they take it over.
You can call it whatever you want, infiltration. You can call it whatever you want.
Makes a lot of sense, dude. You're right.
But like I said, I deal with black women. I don't have no African women in my life. I don't deal
with African women.
You don't
I'm confused now.
See, it ain't my problem that you don't believe that, and anybody else. It ain't my problem that you don't believe that black Americans are not genetically African. If you don't believe that, that's fine. That's fine.
Not.
That's a disagreement. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to argue that. If you notice, I did not argue that. I'm not arguing that. If you want to argue, fine. But you're not going to tell me, you or the brother here, you're not going to sit and tell me that I don't have a right to complain about the women that I've been subjected to my entire fucking life. Man, forget that. That is a losing argument. That's a losing argument, and you can put that in your back pocket and keep it there. Save it for somebody else where it actually applies, because it doesn't apply here.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man. I just, in the middle of that, I'm just making sure y'all clear on where I'm at with shit.
10-4.
Because I get real sick and tired of people trying to tell black men to just shut the fuck up and take it.
We're not saying that, dude.
Bullshit. That's exactly what you're doing.
I don't.
You're not taking anything.
You can't kick the man in. You can't kick the man in the ass until he just fell on his ass.
Dude, you're not taking anything from black women. That's
I'm
what
not talking about taking anything from black women. I'm talking about taking that argument that men like myself don't have no right to say anything or complain. Bullshit.
Nobody said you ain't have no right. We just said
you just got there. You just said I didn't have a right to say because my wife is South African. Bullshit. I have every right to say because not only did I fucking goddamn put my life on line for this goddamn nation, but so did my family. And so did experiences that not only me, that black man in my family and every other black man that I know deal with.
Hey, bro, can I take a right from you? Is there a right I could take away from you? No. You have the right to speak. Right, exactly. So why would I tell you don't have the right?
So like why would you even imply that? Why would you even imply? Then why
you're not listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's not. His comprehension is something's going on.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
So both of you guys are telling me that man did not tell me that I did not have a right to have anything to say about this.
I clarified myself 5 times since then. You stuck on what I said. Yeah, and I clarified myself 5 times since then.
Hey, bro, this all love this question. Have you ever got counseling for relationships or what's going on? Because I mean, this is all love what I'm saying. Because I think everybody needs that. And if you would preach that to so-called black men, get counseling with men to men or even some women that got sense, I think you should talk about that as opposed to saying everything is shit and everything is hell. You know what I mean?
I'm glad that you mentioned counseling because to answer your question, yes, and I do advise for especially black men to get counseling. However, I have as of late, especially given some of the news that's been coming out, I haven't told men to not get counseling. I have been telling them to vet their counselors. Do a good job of vetting their counselors. I have no problem with that. Black America need counseling. Because what black men have been subjected to since we've been in this nation is nothing short of trauma. And you cannot deal with trauma but for counseling. Now I have no problem with that. I don't hide that.
That's what's up. Definitely came to some agreements. Yeah, I've heard Perfect Blackness bring up counseling plenty of times actually.
Now, if your implication is that a person that's getting counseling should not be listened to, then I would say that you would be wrong. But I have no problem. I said on several panels before. Yeah, I've gotten counseling. Absolutely.
I've been going to counseling since
not
I was
enough
in 3rd grade.
And
so
that's good. And not enough black men get counseling. And the reason why not enough black men get counseling is because the counseling that we go get is full of propaganda. So they actually go in, they come out of the counseling worse than what they went in.
Right, and that goes back to white feminism and controlling that source. This is why I keep saying attack the front and attack that, because that's where the sickness comes from. That's what I'm saying.
You asked me about counseling. I got counseling, but I got counsel from a person who wasn't infected with that disease. I didn't spend my insurance money on that to go to a counselor to be propagandized with feminism.
Yeah, and that's good. That's good. You did your research. All I'm saying is a lot of all this madness comes from that. And
one of my counsels of not only black boys but also black men, because I counsel black men to get more time with their kids. But also when I tell them, I'm with the latest news with this counselor going on TikTok, I've had to go and tell black men, look, this is what you need to do. You need to vet these counselors because if they believe this, that, and the other, don't deal with them. So now we got to do that. But I believe in black men getting counseling. Okay, that's another thing. I lean into that. You're not scaring me off by the counseling thing.
No, I'm not trying to steer you off. I even said I gave a little declaration there. I say there's no offense. So it's sad I have to do that to people older than me. What I'm saying is the fact that it's good we are doing that. But I'm saying all this because I've been known about certain counseling and where this shit comes from, the evil thing. I didn't need TikTok to tell me black bitch or whatever is crazy based off TikTok. I know, for example, I'm gonna say it again, this white feminism has messed up a lot of women. And I'm saying once you guys deal with that, a lot of your problems are going to disappear. But you haven't dealt with the elephant in the room yet. Why? That's up to y'all to figure out.
Okay, well, see, my issue with that is that,
and that's nothing to even debate what I just said.
No, I understand. Just move on. My position is this. I'm not debating with you, but my position is this. And the reason why I have why I take the stance that I do is that our women chose to swallow that. However, you may say that they will trip, whatever. They chose to swallow that, and they carry it willingly. So we have to deal with that first. See, the white women, you may say they're the problem, but they're not the ones who we have to deal with immediately. We have to deal with our black women immediately. We have to deal with them. We have to deal with white women. We have to deal with black women.
But so you're military, sir. You're military.
We can't be married to a black woman and go outside. So I'm gonna deal with white feminism, and then when I come home, you're gonna be straight. It doesn't work that way.
Sir, you're military. So is Mike, and so am I. But when you go to higher command, they're getting your direct orders from them. So this is why I'm saying if you attack that, things will change. That's why I keep saying that. But I agree with you. They did swallow it. They did choose to fucking take the poison. They did. You're right. You're 110% right. But once we attack who they're getting their orders from, things will change a little bit. Is my point with saying that.
But let's really talk about.
You can go to a higher command all you want. You still got to go back to that garrison. You still got to go back to those barracks and deal with your immediate chain of command.
Can I speak?
Or in this case, you got to go back and deal with unruly subordinates.
Can I speak?
Go ahead, Brad.
And that's what we're dealing with.
Hey, so
we're dealing with unruly subordinates.
Go ahead, Mike. Hold on, Perfect Blackness. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, so here's the deal. When you really want to get down to the basis of feminism in the black community, I just did a whole show on it the other day. If you want to get down to the basis of it, if you look at who the worst type of women are in this culture right now, they're not of this culture. Can we agree? Cardi B's not of this culture. And that's what most people bring up.
Right.
The black feminists were actually the immigrant women who came from patriarchies. That's who consisted of the first black feminists. So when you talk about how, bigging up these other cultures are actually heavily steeped in coming to America and getting involved in feminism. Shirley Chisholm, for example. Shirley Chisholm is the one, and she from where? Barbados or somewhere? Where's she from? Where was Shirley Chisholm from? Shirley Chisholm is the one who came and said racism wasn't the biggest problem that black women had to deal with. She's the one who proposed that. She was the first black congressperson elected. So this actual feminism shit actually crept into the black community through women of other cultures. So y'all bigging up these other cultures, learn the history on this. I'm a historian, for real. So yeah, learn the history on it. Because that's where that shit really comes from. All these chicks y'all complain about, the Cardi B's, the Young Miamis, all these little Jamaican bitches running around here and Haitian bitches and all that shit, they the ones around here doing all that stupid shit. And y'all are putting it off on our women and our culture. That's why we doing what we doing now.
Well, we got Mandrell in the building. What's going on, Mandrelli?
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
What's up, Mandrell?
What you eating?
What's going on?
How you figure I'm eating?
Listen, I may be the only non-military person up here, but I've been in these streets. I know high profile.
Damn, man, I'm eating too.
I'm eating chip popcorn. How was What We Know podcast? How was y'all show?
It was good, man. Some wild shit. Yeah, some wild videos on there, man. One was pretty good. It was complicated. Apparently, a guy and his I'm not sure if it's his girlfriend or his wife. Anyway, his lady, they got 2 kids together. They get evicted. They go to her mother's house, so they can stay there for a while until they get back on their feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
The girl's mother tells them, okay, she can stay and the kids can stay, but tells the guy, you can't. Right?
Right.
I was like, okay. This is actually a good one because we don't really, there's context missing there. I still say that, okay, yeah, holding the man accountable, them being evicted is his fault. It is. But I said, we can't omit the fault of the old lady. And what do you mean? I said, she's separating the family.
Yeah.
And don't we say on these panels all the time that black women break up the family and stuff like that? They're like, yeah. I said, okay, we literally watched a black woman do that.
Right.
We can't omit that one. And they're like, yeah, but the man, he should have been looking for a job. Yeah, he should have been. He might be looking for one. I don't know. But what we do know is that black woman just broke up a black family.
Yep, that's a fact.
That was a good one, though. I gotta say that one was a good one. There's a lot of different angles to look at that as to why and who was right. I said, yeah, we can look at whatever, but that she was wrong for that, in my opinion, of course.
But women aren't capable of loving anything but their children. We know this, right?
I'm not too convinced they can love their children.
That's how they're supposed to be naturally wired. But women aren't naturally wired to love a man. So you the first thing to go, husband or not. Because that's just not how women are wired.
I'm not too sure about that.
So what they are, Perfect Blackness?
If the women are wired to love their children, I'm not too sure about that. At least that's not. There's a lot of examples that show otherwise.
Okay, let's take 10 women that have children that you know. Do they love their kids or no? How many of the 10 love their kids, bro?
Ooh, I'm not too sure you want me to answer that question.
I would love to hear.
I would love to hear too, but first I would like for you to unmuffle your mic because it's hard to hear you.
Hey, you did get muffled. I don't know how. You've been perfect on that.
Yeah.
The only person that required to love anybody is men. Say that in the Bible. It tells a man how to love his wife. It doesn't tell a woman how to love anybody else.
Huh? I don't do. So now in our literature do, but I hear you. I'm definitely hearing you.
Yeah, the Christian Judeo-Christian literature don't talk about a woman loving nothing.
That's off the hook.
Go back and check it out.
Didn't we find out that Christianity or Catholicism was started by Illuminati mystics?
No, it was started.
Truth.
It was started from Babylon. Yeah,
Illuminati mystics. Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit, man, Joe. Matter of fact, speaking of videos, just want you to see this one.
Okay.
And then y'all brothers can get y'all take on it, because I think Dirty was up here, and who was up here with, and I think Good Bread. Yeah, a whole different take on it.
Cool. Mama, stop. Mama.
What?
Oh. There she goes.
Somebody's hands cold on my neck.
Don't worry about it.
That's what it got.
Coming home.
Surprise! Surprise, baby!
I told you. You better make sure.
22 years.
That's your soul, gang. Hey, man.
Just don't let her. Just don't let her hit her head.
I told you we had I told
Okay. Context, please.
Well,
because I'm drawing assumptions right now. I mean, wow.
What's your assumption?
yeah, you can do that.
Let's see your assumption.
Her mother kept the father away from the kid for 22 years, and now she finally gets to meet her father, and that is your reaction.
Well, when he said, he basically deduced that he just got out of jail. But if you look, I'll put it back on the screen so you can see it. It says, "Daddy, stop damaging your princesses."
Okay.
22 years, she had to protect herself. A parent role is important. And when one parent don't play their role, you know who wrote this? It was ghetto. It damages the growth of the child, damaged kids most of the time become unsustainable, then you can't read the rest. So
No, am I reading this right? Is that nigga named Carl who made this post?
Carl Spikes.
Okay,
yeah.
so a dude made that post.
Oh, he posted it. Reposted it, yeah.
And put the story shit on there.
Mm-hmm.
He the one who did the writing.
Mm-hmm. So he either the originator or he the finesser. But what a safe assumption for me is that this guy was in jail, and this is the first time she's seeing him free, but she might have did some visits, was not expecting him to be in the household, being her house wherever she's going. And just the mere sight of him created all of that. Right? All of that long, drawn out, whatever. What's up? So if we go with that he was in jail, what's the take on that, Mandro?
Yeah, he was in. I mean, nothing he can do about that. He was in jail. You know what I mean? But damn.
Yeah.
To me, it seemed like the mother was pretty supportive. So I don't know why she would keep her away, and then host a guy at her house for the daughter. And the daughter obviously has been to see him because she recognized him.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was a mother keeping away from him. And I just think it was just a way to try to kind of go at dudes on this one, bro.
I didn't know the dude was in jail, though. I didn't read that part. But now that I see, I did read that caption. This is, in fact, this is a dig on dudes.
Yeah,
It started us. Yeah.
It's a hit.
From a dude, though.
It's unnecessary.
I mean, you know.
It's probably the nigga that's been in her inbox since she was 13.
Huh.
You know, there's a Judas in every organization.
But, you know, it seemed like the girl didn't have to protect herself because it seemed like her mother got a stable household. Looked like she may have another husband or boyfriend or something. Somebody that's close. that loves her, that was there for that too.
Yeah, but she's got different color hair, tattoos all down her arms, long
White
ass
girls
fingernails.
get different color hair every day. They've been doing that shit since we've been kids.
Yeah, but
and don't nobody say nothing about them. They just going through a phase.
Mike, we cannot afford that luxury.
Thank you.
Why can't we?
We're prejudged just for being born.
Thank you.
But some people don't care about being judged, though, Mandre.
Oh, well, that's true.
So, an individual that don't care about being judged, that rebels against society, that's what you call a teenager or adolescent. Everybody does it. So I'm not gonna go too hard on her for having different color hair. Because, like I said, I just see white bitch with pink hair.
It's not just a different color hair, Mike. It's the whole outfit. She got all the gear on.
Facts.
Not just the hair. The hair is fine. See, different color hair don't really fuck with me like that. But as long as it's tastefully done.
What does she got on?
Hold on. Tattoos don't really fuck with me like that. As long as it's tastefully done.
She got on a tank top and some shorts.
If they visible and that color hair and all that mess, no, she's not dateable in my book. I'm sorry.
Hey, you must be a damn Jehovah's Witness or something.
No, I'm not.
Like
Hell
I said,
no.
Here's the thing. Nothing about the kid bothers me as long as it's tastefully done. Dress how you dress.
We know
as long as it looks good.
Okay, when you look like that, when you look like that,
mid-thigh length pants.
Okay,
she got on
like it or not,
shorts and a tank top, and she looked like she in Atlanta, which is probably 89 or 90 degrees out this motherfucker.
Okay,
so
when you look like,
go ahead.
When you look like that with raptor claws and your red hair and all that other mess with tattoos everywhere, you got pants. When you look like that, don't complain that you can't find good men. It's not that you can't that good men don't exist. It's just that good men have arranged their lives to avoid women that look like that.
Dude, her daddy a good man. She don't really have to look for one.
I don't have nothing against her father. I'm not even speaking against her father.
All I'm saying
and I agree with Noble about how the narrative was spent in that post. But since how she looked came up, I'm just telling you, the way she looks, if you look like that as a black woman, don't complain if you can't find a good man.
But how do you know that's her case? How do you know that's her circumstances?
Okay, now I'm just.
Are you willing to just go on the generalization?
Telling you, if you're a black woman that look like that with visible tattoos all over your body and all of that, then don't complain you can't find good men, quote unquote, good men making all this other. Don't complain you can't find because they have arranged their lives to avoid women like that. I know because I do. I don't want a woman like that in my life. Women like that are not in my sphere. I don't want that. So don't complain and say, well, there are no good men. No, there's plenty of good black men. They just don't want that.
Damn, bro. I don't know where you from, bro, but that shit bad. I don't know what's going on.
I was raised in the hood just like you.
How you know? No. How you gonna make that generalization? I was raised in the hood, though.
No, it's not a generalization. It's not a generalization. It is an issue of preference. I don't want my woman.
No, bro, I'm talking about.
I don't want my woman wearing raptor claws. I don't want my woman having red hair. I don't want my woman having visible tattoos. I don't want that. I don't want it.
I'm from the country, so I wasn't raised in the hood per se. I was raised in a black community, but I wasn't raised in the hood. So you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I was raised in the ghetto.
I wasn't raised. I wasn't raised.
I was raised in a concrete jungle. Yes, I was. I never run from that.
I'm not.
And not only that, I make well more than enough to not even be in the hood. But I'm here anyway.
Okay, where are you from?
Trying to make it better.
Originally,
I was born and raised in St. Louis, on the north side.
I'm sorry
the
to hear
danger
that.
Side.
Like I said, I'm sorry to hear that. Where do you currently reside?
South side Chicago.
Why?
Because so he could be surrounded by his talking points. So he could be surrounded and constantly reminded of his talking points.
Like, why would someone volunteer to go there?
Let me ask all you guys this one, because all y'all.
Why would you do that on purpose?
Okay, fine. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why
So he
can't
can
it
see
be? Why can't it be that I want the community to be better? Why can't
You
it
don't.
be?
You don't.
Well, here's the thing. You can want the
Just like
community
you
to
know
be-
I'm from the hood. Just like you know I'm from the hood. I know you don't want the community to be better.
Then why have I chosen to stay here to try to make it? Why do
Because I
I
think
give my time
you
to black
clearly-
boys and men? Why do I do that if I don't want it better?
I think you're addicted
See,
to the
I
bottom.
take that as a personal insult.
No, and I
I
think
take
that
that
you
as a
look at the
personal
bottom
insult
1%.
because the work that I've been doing for the last 15 years speaks differently, sir. It speaks differently.
How so?
Because I do want better.
Oh,
Because
I
I
get it,
want
but-
better. For the
I know what
community.
I'm
That's
saying.
what
You
I
see your
want.
work for the past 15 years.
And what we see on the screen is not better. That's not better.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
It's not better.
gotcha.
And me saying that doesn't mean that I don't want better.
How are you making the community better, if you don't mind me asking?
You just want it. So that's making it better.
Yo, these fucked up, man.
Hey, what the fuck, man? Fuck all this bullshit. First of all, you stay surrounded by the bottom 1%, and you want to make goddamn generalized judgments on all black people. That's some fucking bullshit. And I'll say it, bro. You full of shit. Fuck all that shit.
Well, see, I can say the same thing. I can say the same thing about. I can say the same thing about people on this panel because how many black boys you take to your job? How many black boys?
What you talking
How many
about.
black boys have you mentored into manhood and come back to you and say, you know what, they are a better man because of what you.
Bro, first and foremost, I grew up in the group home industry. I worked in group homes. I've had that happen early in life.
Dude, you're not telling me
Dude,
nothing.
you asked me
because my whole family has been raps. You the one brought up the group home. I was raised in a foster care system.
Okay.
So I know.
And that's
so
part of your issue,
you telling me that ain't doing nothing. That's not doing anything.
That's
not saying nothing. That is a worthless. That's worthless telling me.
Okay, I have a question. Wait, I have a question. I have a question.
So now I'm traumatized.
You goddamn right.
Give me
goddamn right.
So you see this, Noble? No, do you see this? I'm traumatized.
You are.
See, I'm traumatized. I am in the upper middle class, and I'm deep in the community with trying to do everything I can to make the community, but I'm traumatized. If you are a black male in this country, you're traumatized.
Well, to be fair, if you,
I'm trying to help repair that traumatization. That's what I'm trying to do. What
by you yourself living in the South Side of Chicago.
So is that so what? What is that wrong? See, if I said, I made my money and I'm going to be out in the suburbs, you'd be having to say something about that. But because I didn't say that, you would say, well, that's stupid. Why do you choose to live there?
No, we're not. I don't live in the hood. I don't live in the hood.
Well, I don't say nothing about you not living in the hood.
But if you were living in the hood talking about real shit, that would be a different story. You living in the hood talking about all black women ain't shit.
And I'm going to continue to say, if you are a black woman, you want you a decent man, don't look like that. And I am not going to back down. Nope. If you want you a decent man who makes good money, who is going to be able to what they call retire you, don't look like that. And if you don't like that, sir, then I'm sorry. That's you. If that's what you want, I haven't said for you not to choose. I didn't say for you.
Okay,
if that's what you want, that's what you want. But the men and young men that I counsel and I mentor and I coach, I tell them, avoid that. Because that right there is an indication. You may not like it, but people judge you on how you present yourself to the world.
Okay, but
that's how you present. Wait, hold on, let me finish, goddamn. If you present yourself to the world like that, people are going to make judgments of you. Whether you like it or not, whether it be right or wrong, people are going to do it and they're going to treat you that way. Whether you like it or not. And if you want to avoid that judgment, don't look like that. If you want a man, if you want that quote unquote good man that's going to do all of those things, don't look like that. How do I know? Because I'm in those circles. I see what those men date. I see what they bring to company meets. I see what they bring to very decent restaurants. I see what they bring. They don't bring that.
So do
those type of women, they come. No, wait a minute. Those type of women, when they go to those restaurants, they go there with other women who look like them.
Okay, so do you not make room for the fact that maybe there's something wrong with the dudes who turn their blind eye to women like that, as opposed to looking at the women because of judging women?
So there's something wrong. There's something wrong with a man who don't want a woman with visible tattoos, with raptor claws and red hair. So there's something wrong with that man?
I didn't say nothing was wrong with him. I'm just saying, do you not leave room for that being a possibility? Because it most certainly is.
No. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna say, well, because he doesn't want that. Maybe there's a possibility something wrong with him. Nope, I'm not gonna go there. Because that is again, we're talking about a person. I don't want that.
Okay,
and the men that I know that don't want that, and who's in this type of circle, don't want that. And they said that a whole bunch of they don't want it. They have fashioned their lives to avoid that.
So they avoid them as opposed to like maybe giving them a few pointers on how to improve their image or whatever. Not that it's any of their business. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Not that it's any of their business anyway, how a woman dresses herself. But I'm just saying, dude, you just admitted that the will-to-do in our, of our own race, turn the blind eye to people who are not of the same social status. And my question to you is, since these men are in your circle, how does that help improve the community at all? Especially for a man like yourself who volunteers to live in a shit neighborhood, world-renowned neighborhood.
I don't live. No. I'm not going to let you.
You live on the south side of Chicago, dude. There's no such thing as a nice part of that.
I do not live in a shit neighborhood.
There's no such thing as a nice part of south side of Chicago.
No, then you're wrong. You don't know nothing about this city.
Okay.
You know nothing about Chicago.
Right.
You only know what you heard on the news.
You just said that you voluntarily live in the hood, but you're upper middle class.
Yes.
None of this.
No. I did not say that. I did not say that I live in a place. What you just said. I never said that. I said I live in the hood, but that doesn't mean that I live where people are dying and getting shot every day.
Okay.
Anybody? Hold on. Wait a minute now, because you're speaking about Chicago. Anybody that lives in Chicago know that the crime that happens here in this city really only happens in a few neighborhoods.
Right.
The mass majority. And I live in a neighborhood where it doesn't happen. And I live on the south side where I don't get that.
Oh, okay, cool. So
you don't know nothing about Chicago.
Fair enough.
Please.
Fair enough. I will yield that point. However, I have one more question. You are trying to help the community, yes?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
and I do have something to say what you're saying. Go right ahead.
Gotcha. So why is it that you don't live in the worst part of those worst neighborhoods where they need the help the most, and your social circle ignores women from our own community who they deem undesirable? Like they don't even try to give them pointers on how to say financial literacy or anything of the like. I mean, if you're ignoring these women, how are you helping them?
Oh, good. I'm so glad you answered the question, because the mass majority of the women that I'm not because I coach football, so I'm not just in contact with boys. I'm also in contact with a lot of girls as well, and women, because I can't mentor or coach these boys without mentoring and coaching the parents. And I have talked to these women, these single mothers, and they tell me what they want. And I tell them because they see, because the reason why they know, some of these parents, I have taken these boys up under my wing. I go to their schools. And here in Chicago, you just can't walk up in the school. There are a lot of schools I can just walk up in and go to sit in the school. Because I got relationships with a good relationship with the principals. Where I can just go and go do it. I'm telling these women, this is what these men want, because they know I'm in corporate. I work in IT. I've been in IT for a very long time.
Big surprise.
I work in IT. and I've been in IT for a very long time. And I'm trying to get a lot of black boys within the STEM field. And I take them to my job a lot of times whenever I can get it clear from my jobs. And these women, they would ask me, well, why can't I go to these functions? And I would tell them exactly what these men are looking for when they ask.
Can I ask you a question,
what
bro?
they're looking for.
Can I ask you a question?
And they're not looking for that. And when they ask me, and I tell them, okay, well, you got this, you got this, you got this. You got a baby daddy here, baby daddy there. They don't want it. I'm sorry.
Well, just because a woman has a child doesn't mean that a well-to-do man doesn't.
Okay, but I'm telling you the answer. They asked me. You asked me. I don't know because I'm not looking at this.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
I was asked. I was asked, and I'm telling you what I tell them, and I'm telling you what I tell them because I'm seeing what I see in the circles that I'm in. I see these men.
Right.
I don't see the Kevin Samuels level, but I see these type of men that these women will want to be with.
Say, bro.
And I'm telling you right now, they don't want that. I'm sorry, they don't want it.
But what about this video that sparked this whole discussion? I want to know why you didn't see a girl in that video. Why did you see a woman? Because I saw a girl.
You talking about the video with the red hair, the one with the red hair?
The red hair. I saw a girl. I saw a little girl.
Oh, I didn't. Let me clarify. The reason why I brought up all that stuff is because, and it's not in all cases. I admit that it's not in all cases. However, you see the way she's dressed. A lot of black chicks that I've met in my life, I say most of them who grew up with a father in their life, not necessarily a two-parent household, don't have that many tattoos, and a lot of times they're not out on their arms like that. But it's not in all cases. I submit that.
But we in our 40s, man, Drew.
So
tattoos didn't get popular till Iverson came in the NBA. After that, everybody got tattoos. Yeah, I was just saying. I just did a wedding with all white folks and bridesmaids with fucking sleeves and back tattoos, white bitches.
The type of men that these women say that they want don't want that, and it goes far before Allen Iverson. They wasn't wanting them before then, but they weren't wanting them.
It wasn't bitches with tattoos before Allen Iverson, bro. Can we just make that a book unless they've been to prison?
Okay, well, that point is irrelevant because they wasn't wanting that then. They wasn't wanting that then. No more they want it now.
Well, they weren't
wanting it. They weren't wanting it.
I just left a room full of $1 million white motherfuckers that want it, bro. What is we talking about? Are we Quakers? Are we Quakers or Puritans?
They
married to them. This was dudes at the weddings with their wives, bro. With full
you know what?
sleeves.
I'm not going to. I'm not.
I literally just left there when I called here. When I called on the first time, I was leaving there. I've been there all day. Okay. So what I'm telling you is all this judgmental shit for little girls.
Okay, I'm not going to refute what you're saying. I'm not going to refute what you're saying, but I'm telling you what I see, and in the environments that I'm in.
You're trained to hate what you see.
Okay.
Yeah, because
you hate what you see.
Why is it? Why can't it be? Why can't you say, you know what? You know, maybe you should tell me about that environment that you in. Why does it have to go to? Well, you just hate what you see.
You hate what you see, bro. I'm gonna say that. I
don't hate what I see. I just don't desire it.
And you stay surrounded. And you stay surrounded by it, even though you can move, so you can keep fueling your hatred and anger.
And I was about to bring that up too.
And we are listening to why you have a dearth of single Black American women. We have a dearth of single Black American women who have a bunch of children because they don't want to hear the truth. And one of the reasons why they don't want to hear the truth, because they got Black men like yourself who are shielding them from the truth.
No, we're not.
I'm saying
no.
They don't want that.
No. Hold on. Okay, here's the thing. Hold the phone here. First of all, okay. Clearly, you haven't been paying attention to the landscape, or your situational awareness is just absolute shit.
Exactly.
Black women are in the situation that they're in. Really, all things being equal, it's their own fault. They've been trained to be that way. They've been taught that. Much like you've
Okay,
been taught to think.
I know they've been taught that, but that doesn't change the fact that what we're seeing on the screen, men don't want it. They were taught that. I don't disagree with that.
You're telling me that
you get no argument from me. But
you're telling me that chick can't find a husband.
What you're saying,
you don't make me
black
ask.
men should take that, even though you're telling me.
What's wrong with it?
We should accept that.
You see a woman right there, right?
Here's the thing. That little girl.
That is not attractive. This is
see a
what's wrong with it. This is what's wrong with it. It's not attractive.
That chick might be a member of Mensa or some shit. You don't know.
You asked me what's wrong with it, and I just told you
so
that is not attractive.
So just
is it a good fuck? Is it a good fuck? Probably, but that is not attractive.
That's a little girl, bro.
Not anything.
That's a little girl. That ain't. No
I don't know how old she is. I don't know how old she is.
She's 22, crying to her dad.
Yeah, that ain't a little girl. That's a grown woman. That's a grown woman.
What?
Oh, apparently, according to your standards.
How old did you say she was?
22.
She's
That's a child.
Woman.
I got
a child.
I got a 19-year-old son.
Okay, I have a question for you. I got a question.
Hey, see, this is the problem. This is the problem.
Okay, here's the thing. How grown can she be? Hold on. How grown can she be if for 22 years she didn't have a father in her life consistently?
Okay, y'all asking me what's wrong with it, and I'm telling you that's not attractive.
You just said she was a good fuck.
grown woman, and a good
you a weirdo.
That is a grown woman.
You
and
weird,
she
bro.
chose to do that.
You weird.
Regardless of where it comes from, she chose to do it.
You weird. You just said.
I agree. Yes, she was brainwashed hard. Fine, but she chose to do that. She chose to put that stuff on her face. She chose to put that red hair on. She chose to. She spent good money to put them damn raptor claws on her, and good money on those tattoos that are visible for the whole world to see. She chose to do that. Now we know where it comes from, but that's what she chose to do it anyway. You're telling men like me, take it anyway.
No, bro, I'm telling you, it's a little girl crying in her daddy's arms, and you talking
that is not a little girl.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
say she a good fuck. You can call me whatever you want. That is not a little girl. That is a grown woman. We don't do this with men that are 22 years old. We don't do that.
So why would you?
Because they're fucking. Hold on. First of all, because they're fucking men. Of course, they wouldn't do this with men.
But when they're women, they can be children until they're in their mid-30s.
Because you're a man, dude. You're hold on. Where are your fucking standards?
We're talking about the age of equality.
He ain't got none. He went to Africa and bought somebody's child.
Didn't they fight, suffer?
Married him.
Didn't they go out in the middle of Main Street with their titties hanging out?
Did he really?
Golly.
Did he really?
I'm going there. You went to Africa and bought somebody's child. This is a child.
I didn't go to Africa and buy nobody. I didn't go to Africa.
You paid a dowry, my nigga.
I did not go to Africa. I did not.
You paid a dowry. You paid a dowry. I guarantee you did.
How did you know that?
How would I not know that? I told you I'm a historian.
You know my relationship?
I told you I'm a historian.
You're a historian, but you know nothing about my relationship.
I know about culture.
You are completely ignorant about my relationship.
I don't know.
You know nothing about my relationship.
Okay, you're right. I'm gonna back off of that.
Don't presume you know anything.
If he's ignorant about your relationship, why does it insult you so?
Yeah.
Because this man is telling me what I spent.
You told me I was from the hood. So
you said
now we even, nigga.
You said it.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Stop it.
You said he was from the country.
Okay.
Stop it. Stop.
You know what? Okay. I'll be big enough to take that. But you know nothing about my relationship.
And I'll concede that fact. I was wrong for even bringing it up. But what I did see,
okay, and I was wrong. Then I would say that I was wrong for saying you was from the hood.
I see a little girl who mama was saying, make sure she don't bump her head to her daddy when he was hugging her. I don't see no grown woman or a good fuck right there. I see a little girl. That's just me though. But I'm an elder. I'm a real elder.
Yeah, but that's
you see what I'm saying.
Woman.
I take care of my
22 years old. That's a grown woman.
And that's you part of the problem.
No, and again,
nobody. You part of the problem because a 50-year-old nigga, because a 50-year-old nigga go fuck off in a 22-year-old that he don't like, don't want, and then you talking about she fucked up in the head later down the road. That's what you just said. You just said she was a good fucker.
I did not
you don't even like the. You don't even like her.
Okay, yeah, I said she would be a good fucker. I didn't say that she'd be for me.
Right.
I said that's all she'll be because you know why? Look at how she presents herself. So you get mad at me and how she presents herself.
I don't see.
I didn't tell her to do that. She did it herself.
I got you. Hold on.
Okay, you don't see nothing wrong with it. That's fine. I'm telling you that men in the circles that women like her say that they don't want that.
Okay, now here's the thing.
They would tell her anything because she's a good fuck. She would be perceived as a good fuck, and they would tell her anything in her head. Y'all niggas is sick, bro. Y'all niggas sick, bro. Y'all sick in that man, bro. Y'all niggas sick.
Perfect Blackness. Hold on.
You niggas sick, bro.
Hold on, bro. Stop defending yourself. Stop defending yourself and get in the mic a second. All right, here's my thing. My issue is with you being so judgmental about it, and the other guys that you talk to. I even had an issue with it when Kevin Samuels used to say this. The reason why I brought it up is because hold on. The reason here's why, dude. You know these things because you talk to these men, right? Her father was not in her life, so he wasn't there to teach her these things. My father was in my sister's life. That's why she doesn't do this kind of. Does she have tattoos? Yeah, but are they visible? Well, one on her wrist, but it's not something big and loud like that. She knew better because my father was there to give her the game. If this is the kind of guy you want, this is how you need to move. This is how you need to dress. But she didn't have that. This young lady in this video. Now, when you can think she's a grown woman, all you want. But when she looked, her eyes gazed on her father. Hold on a second.
So we're saying a 22-year-old.
Let me finish making my point. Well,
let me finish for everybody.
You can think she's a 22-year-old woman all you want, and numerically, yes, she may be. However, when she looked at her father and folded up like that, she was 9. You can't tell me you didn't see that.
Oh, I saw that. Absolutely.
She was a little girl. She still looked like a little girl,
I don't
man.
doubt that. I don't doubt
out of here, man. She still look like a good fuck. That's what I'm talking about. The disrespect for our women has to stop.
Okay, so
it has to stop, bro. We can't. What kind of man would I be if I sat up and let you disrespect my woman while you all fucking off overseas and shit?
Okay, I need to know what we're talking about.
Y'all niggas came on real dangerous territory, bro.
We're conflating the psychological 9-year-old that we just saw melting her father's arms, or with the same 22-year-old grown woman who chose to put visible tattoos up on her body, put red hair on her. Hold on, no. I can't let y'all do that.
The hypocrisy of it all, though.
No.
You're being a hypocrite and don't even realize it. You work with kids in the south side of Chicago who have no options, no opportunity, no upbringing, no teaching, no parentage at all. And then you sit there and work for them and give them all the agency and leniency, and you see on the screen the same exact thing that you claim to work with on a daily basis, and you do nothing but pass judgment.
So a man, a black man of the type of men that they say that they want should look past everything that we're seeing on the screen because of everything that you said. And they should take that woman. Hold on. They should take that woman to all of his inner circles, to all of the inner circles that helped him get to where he's at, and he should accept that, even though that's not what he wants. So he should look over what he wants and accept that because the woman didn't have a father and all that. Is that what y'all telling me?
Here's what I'm telling you. The dudes you hang with. I'm going to ask you a question. Here's your answer. The dudes you hang with. Here's the thing. Here's your answer. No, it's not a yes or no question. No, it's not. The problem are the men you're fucking with. Them niggas ain't worth 2 cents. Because any woman, hold on.
They don't have a right. Here's the thing. Agency, they don't have a right to say what type of women they want.
If you leave time to listen and hear my answer, you'd understand. You may even agree with me. What I'm about to say is the dudes you're hanging with ain't about shit. They may have the money. They may have hold on. Let me stop. They may have the money. They may have the title. They may have the station in life. but their character is absolute butkus. Okay, here's the thing: every real nigga knows that if you step to a woman and you that nigga, she will make those changes for you because you are that nigga.
Goddamn right.
Now them dudes you got they lead with hold on. Those pieces of shit dudes you hang around in your circle, they lead with their wallets, which makes them weak. They have no game, no personality, no skills of communication.
Well, these women are saying that they want these type of men.
Huh?
They're saying that they want these type of men. I've been asked how to get these. I have been asked how do they get these men? I've been asked,
and the reason why the women are saying they want those men because those men don't step to them because they're weak.
They
lead with their fucking wallets, dude.
They want their money.
And again, see, that's dismissive. They don't
How is
want
that
those type
dismissive?
of
It
women
is what it is.
because they don't want a woman with visible tattoos. They don't want a woman wearing
You
red
can get tattoos
hair.
removed, man.
You can
get tattoos removed. And if you get you that money, you that dude with that bag, you can pay for them to get them tattoos removed if you want them going so much.
You and I both know, and everybody's listening, you and I both know that if they met a man like that said, I need you to remove those tattoos, you and I both know they're not going to remove those tattoos. If he is
no, bro,
we're not being honest here.
This tells me that Mike is absolutely right. You're a fucking weirdo. You don't know your social skills are absolute shit. You ain't out here getting laid. You probably did go to South Africa and pay for somebody's girl. You grew up in you telling me you grew up in the hood and this is your ideology?
Right.
There's no fucking way, dude.
That when the first person that go to ad hominems, I'm not a troll. The first person that goes to ad hominems are they're the ones who lose the debate.
We're not debating.
You're basically telling you're everything you're basically proving my point.
I'm not proving your point.
The men that these women say that they want, they just need to just take it.
You sound like
and you're sitting telling me that these women will remove their tattoos with these men.
Dude, wait. No wonder they've been eating your ass up. Oh my God.
They're not eating me up.
I'm so glad
on the logic is not bad. On the logic,
you have no logic, dude, and you got no game. That's why you talk like
that. You're right. I don't have game. But you know what? I don't need game. Because game requires lying.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. If you're a real player, no, hold on. This is how everyone watching this broadcast later on. Every real nigga knows that you don't lie to women. You ain't got to.
Right.
Game does not require lying. You don't lie to your woman for fucking what? That makes you weak.
Well, I don't have game. So you're right on. I don't have game. But see, you know what?
You one of the niggas that leave.
I've never needed game to get a woman. I've never needed game to get a woman. Yeah, and there's never been a time in my life to where I've had a problem getting women. Never.
Really? If that were true, this would not be your ideology.
I don't have a problem getting women.
If that were true, this would not be your ideology. You know better.
I'm going to let you go on that one because that's ignorance talk.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, I was dealing with this.
You don't know me.
I was dealing with that shit.
This is what you was dealing with?
Yeah.
You don't know me.
Oh my God. Am I wrong? Am I fucked up? Please.
Nah, you good, man. You good.
Okay, I mean, I'm lost, man. Like he said, he works for the inner city kids.
He
chooses to live in the hood on the south side of Chicago. Yet a young lady is on the screen who appears in his eyes to come from the same type of environment. He does nothing but pass judgment. That makes you a hypocrite, sir.
I've had single mothers.
That makes you a hypocrite. Why do you even bother doing what you're doing?
I've had single women or boys that I coach ask me that question, and I tell them.
Are you missing the point that I'm making?
No. I'm not. I'm telling you what I've been asked, and I tell them. They ask me, and I tell them. So you have a problem with what I tell them.
No, but do you? When I called you a hypocrite, do you understand why?
Your reason doesn't need. No, I'm gonna say no. No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I've
so
said this twice.
Educate my ignorance.
Okay, this is the third time that I'm saying this. You claim to be a person who cares so much about the hood and our people in the inner city that you choose to live close to them, so you can be close to them to make a bigger impact. Fair enough. I salute you, sir, for that. Then you claim to work with these kids, to let them know that they have options and opportunities out there. And even further, you tell them how to obtain these, open up these opportunities for themselves and help themselves get out of their current situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now here's a young lady, and I was making jokes about it when I said she has all the gear on and this, that, and the third. Those are just jokes from me. However, you saw that and saw something completely different. You saw a woman from a young lady from the same type of environment, according to the way she dresses, same type of environment from the kids that you claim to help, and you did nothing but pass judgment. There was no love, no empathy, none of that in your eyes. So that's why I'm calling cap on you actually caring about the community and our people.
How many good folks have you had? How many good folks have you run up on since you've been doing this?
I'm not going to respond. I do want to respond.
Now you in the right place, my nigga. You in the right place.
I do want to respond to him.
We're gonna rehabilitate you, boy.
Okay, I do want to respond to him. Now, when they bring me these questions and they ask me these things, I tell them everything that I just said here. When you present yourself like that, when and if you do run across these men, it is just gonna be just for that fuck. Because of the way you present yourself to the world, not just to them, to the way you present yourself to the world. When you come to them like that, when they see that, all they see is nothing more than a fuck.
Tell me more.
I'm sorry, but that's the way they see it.
Keep going.
That is not a woman. They don't see a woman that who's gonna be submissive, cooperative, a mother.
And you know what?
They don't see mothers. They don't see mothers. They just see baby mama. They don't see mothers.
And you know
they
what?
They don't see nurturing. They don't see good cook. They don't see none of that.
Right. And your answer, but here's my rebuttal. Here's my rebuttal to your answer.
I've spent almost my entire life up until my current wife. My entire life.
Hey,
you can't
bro. Not even me to even know who can even beat me cooking or cleaning.
Hey, bro, but you needed no game to get these women, right? According to you. So this is what gameless. Fuck all that. This is what gamelessness. This is what gamelessness gets you. This is where gamelessness gets you.
I'm not laying with these women.
Bro, you just said you had plenty of women. You just said you had plenty of women and you never needed.
No, I said no. I didn't say that. I did not say that.
You talking to a group of real niggas?
I said I had no problem. See, this is what I said.
Oh, you were friends. You were friends with plenty of women, and you needed game.
Okay. No, I did not say that either.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. No problem.
You never needed game.
I had no problem.
Right.
I don't need game. And
right.
I've never had no problem with getting a woman. I've never had a problem with that.
But you get the worst bitches ever, apparently, and now you got a problem because you never had game. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, dude, the way you talking.
I've had some bad ones. I'm not
the way you talking.
I'm not gonna lie here and say that I've had some bad ones.
Hey, is this nigga cap or not?
Absolute
Can we make a judgment call on this?
Absolute cap.
Caparoni.
Okay.
Caparoni. Oh,
absolute cap, dude.
Cappuccino.
Right.
Bro, you did not grow up in the hood, man. There's no fucking way.
And I'm stopping short of saying you just in the hood to attack and get little freaks out around that motherfucker for real.
Because your ideology is so anti-black.
Your ideology is totally.
Your ideology is so anti-black, dude. You remind me of Ben Carson.
Shit.
You probably offering freaks money to come stay at the crib, man. Come on, man. Fuck out of here, man.
The problem is that you guys are not liking the fact that I just have a different opinion when it comes to our community.
It's just
because
we don't.
Why am I being? I understand this is a 301. I understand that.
No, we don't mind your opinion, dude. You're just
wrong.
You
do mind. No,
you're just wrong. That's all there is to it.
I can say the same thing. I can say you're wrong.
But we're not.
But I can say but I can say why you're wrong.
No, you can't.
No, you guys are giving me insults and ad hominems.
I have not insulted you.
I've given you, no, I'm not saying you personally.
Okay, gotcha.
With men on this panel that have.
I understand why.
Okay, and okay, fine, and that's an insult too, and that's cool.
That's
but I'm giving you.
I just said I understood why they would insult you.
I've given you logical reasons for my position.
No, you haven't.
Yes,
There's no logic to it.
Yes, I have. Okay, again, I'm gonna say this again. When men, the type of men that they say that they want, when I tell them, yeah, those men don't want women with discolored hair. They don't want women with visible tattoos. They don't want those type with the loud and
okay. You know what? You know what the thing is?
You guys call me crazy.
And you know what the thing is? My opinion of that is of those guys.
You guys say, "Oh, you ain't from the hood," as if to say that only women from the hood. That's all that they're good for.
IT niggas don't want nobody that's been fucked before. They don't want a girl that's had sex before. That's IT niggas.
You say that I'm not being insulted.
They don't want girls that have had sex before. So now the boys.
What do they think they've been doing? What do they think
one
they've been doing?
One at a time. One at a time.
Right, and my thing is, you don't leave any agency you don't even leave any agency of the possibility that those guys that these women say that they want don't want them. You don't leave any agency to the possibility that these guys might be the problem. They're the ones who's fucked up. And when these chicks get with them, you know why these chicks finesse them soft ass niggas? Because they ain't that nigga. And they're weak. Only weak niggas get finessed like that.
Okay, fine.
Hey, and niggas like me go to the mall with that.
Exactly.
Here's the big,
niggas like me get took to the mall with that.
Why don't they have the men that they say that they want marrying them up?
Because they don't know that those men are soft until they get with them.
Hey man, can I say something?
If they are everything that you saying that they are, they should have no problem with getting these men to wipe them up. Why are they
those men are just as anti-black as you are.
So it's the man's fault that they are choosing not to wipe them up. It has nothing to do with the women.
Hey, bro,
it has nothing to do with them, right? Wow. Is that what you're telling? Is that what you're telling everybody?
Hey man,
those women are not getting wiped up.
Oh my God, you're a Jim. I'd like to invite you on my show. Please come.
Oh yeah, go over there. Go over there, please.
Come.
Please go.
Please come to my show. I'm on Black Man Unfiltered Network. Okay.
You still haven't answered my question.
I have a show called Unapologetic. I would like you, my sister. I'd like you to meet my sister.
So why are they not being wiped up?
Please come meet. I'd like you to meet my sister.
Are you making us believe that?
And I'll let her.
The only reason why I'm entertaining this argument because I want to show the world
because you're losing it. Because you're losing and you're trying to win, nigga.
I'm not trying to
fuck all that. That's why you're entertaining it.
First of all, I want this from the very beginning.
Keep talking.
But I want to show the world the absurdity of you guys' position. You guys are actually saying that these women are not being wiped up has nothing to do with them.
What I'm saying is
I'm not
saying that. No one here said that.
No, yes, you are. Because you are not.
No, we're not. What I'm saying is, those guys, what I'm saying, here's the thing.
If they say that they want, why aren't they wiping them up?
Because those men don't know anything about women.
Because it ain't, thank you. Because you just said
you're welcome. You're welcome.
It ain't got nothing to do with the men. It ain't got nothing.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say the women had no problem. There are definitely issues there.
That question, you said you went right to the men.
Because they don't know the men you're talking about.
Because they don't know.
No, the men that you're talking about don't know anything about women.
Those women ain't got no.
Man, Drew, he talking to IT niggas, bro.
Because they have. It is not their fault.
Of course, they don't know anything about
women.
women.
It ain't got nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with those women.
Them niggas on some weird science shit.
Pose no responsibility why they are not wiped up. They pose no responsibility whatsoever.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't. So when I asked you the question directly,
I'll say this.
You went right to the men.
I'll say this. Dating a woman with children is not ideal. I agree to that. It's not the ideal situation. However, that should not be an automatic kill.
It's not.
It should never. It's not in my book. That should never be an auto elimination.
That ain't the only thing that I mentioned. That ain't the only thing that I mentioned, sir. No.
If I ain't have stuff that might be in your house.
That is not the only thing that I mentioned.
All the
here's the absolvement of the.
No, it's not. Here's the thing. You said all the rapid clause, and you said the rapid clause. Here's the thing.
You want to blame men for women, for black women not being wiped up. That's
No,
what
I'm not blaming. No, I'm not blaming men.
That's what you just did.
That's not what I did.
And you only listened to. That's what you did.
Oh shit!
No, I did.
Dude, a lot of
There's
black
no
women
way
aren't
you're
getting-
married either, man. What woman would put up with you?
Jesus
Well, she's in the
Christ.
room sleep with our 2 kids. Happy.
What you sure they're your 2 kids?
Oh,
yes, because they look just like.
fuck
Oh,
it.
shit.
Oh,
I
you're
that
out.
doesn't insult me. That doesn't insult me because
I didn't mean it as an insult. Sincerely, I did not mean that as an insult. I was dead fucking serious about that.
Hey, bro,
she
hears because he got the receipt.
Did you
There you go. Exactly.
She hears because he got the receipt.
They all look like me.
He got the receipt.
Yeah, all the other niggas who found out their kids weren't theirs said the same shit.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not worried about that because all my children look like me.
Fair enough, but man, look. I mean,
all 3 of them, they look like me. They all got my eyes. Every single one of them got my eyes.
Fair enough, but in this conversation, you confuse yourself at least 12 times since I've been here. I can't imagine what the rest of the guys have been going through.
See, it's good to say that when you haven't really answered my question.
I told you, I'm not blaming the men. I'm not blaming the men for this.
You have not addressed the issue.
I'm addressing it right now. I'm addressing it right now.
No, you didn't because you only.
How are you in IT with an attention span this small?
Because they don't need attention spans of code.
Oh, man. I'm not a coder.
What?
I don't know. It just sounded good, fellas. I don't know.
It did sound good.
It did sound good though.
Yeah.
It made no sense, but it sounded good.
I don't know that. I don't know what that means, and I don't want you to keep going.
Hey, and two, what
What's going on? I heard you say. I didn't know if you knew this. No, I'm just asking you what's going on. I get that. I don't know why you're not listening to me.
No hair.
Back up for a second. I just want to get clarity. You hear what you're saying out loud, brother?
All right, real quick, I want to give a thank you to James Davis and XL Pro for the Cash App. When we do Cash Apps and we Super Chats in the future, this is what we're going to play.
We borrowed $20 to the mall.
Really? He felt plenty in the eights, dubbed in another language.
Hey, and the bail, I've I'm not trying to sit here and start no stuff between people and all this, and I'm not with all that. But I've said the same thing to anyone. This is not no rah-rah shit. I've had my debate with dirty folks.
Facts.
Women shit. So we've already done that. But we're not plotting people against each other. I mean, but I don't agree with a lot of shit he says. He probably don't like what I'm saying. But again, these niggas mouthing off all day about women all day. I mean, again, I would get some help personally. I would, or I would use my powers to ignore the shit. I mean, personally, that's what I would do in 2022 if that's the year. That's just me.
Hey, bro, if you got the Serengeti in your drawers, you need to shut your ass up. If you got the Sahara Desert in your drawers, you dry, shut up.
Yeah,
if you ain't fucking off in nothing, and you ain't got no woman that you talking about, specifically, you're not qualified. It's time to start qualifying these niggas out here, man. Niggas is not getting qualified, and they getting up here saying anything. And people got to call that shit out, bro. Like, look, this is real man time.
You're right, it is real man time. But if you're a Black American man, you are qualified to say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Okay, perfect blackness. Perfect blackness.
Whether you like it or not, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna encourage other Black American men to say it.
I encourage you to say it. I encourage you to say it. Please do.
But
you can take that qualification stuff and shove it down your goddamn ass. You ain't doing nothing by saying that.
Bro,
that is a waste of oxygen. That is a waste of oxygen out of your lungs.
Y'all niggas wasting oxygen because a parrot can talk, my nigga.
Okay, then you know what? Then debate. Then you know what? Then debate us. Then debate us on the actual topics and stay away from ad hominem, because that's what all I've seen here.
Nah, bro, I came straight at you.
That's all. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, bro. No, you didn't. You came with Southern insults. That's what you came with.
No, I came with
you came with Southern, and I could have went there, but I haven't looked at what you came with insults. You came with Southern. You came with Southern drawl insults.
Because that's what I meant to do.
You came with insults with a Southern drawl. That's all you did.
That's what I meant to do. Because
you're fucking weirdo. You haven't come up with not one fact.
But y'all can't talk. Y'all can't talk. Hold on. Y'all can't.
You haven't come up with not with one fact. So I'm gonna talk, bro.
Wait.
Time that you say I'm gonna come.
Perfect blackness. Hold up. It's cool. I got you. You can go after this. Y'all cannot talk over each other.
Yeah, it sure sound like shit.
Nobody can hear you. I don't know what either one of y'all saying.
Hey, can I go first and then you can respond, bro? You can have the last word. The shit you talking about is weird. It's insulting to me, so therefore I came to insult you. And it wasn't no Southern insult. It wasn't no left hand turn down. This was a straight out rejection. I spewed that bullshit you were talking about out my mouth. It was terrible. It's lukewarm, and you don't have the track record to prove anything you're talking about. You don't have the qualifications to talk about anything you're talking about. So you're wasting your breath. Keep talking, parrot.
And I have a question / suggestion for you, Perfect Blackness. Okay, here it is. When you go and I'm doing air quotes here, help the youth, as you claim to, or the people in the city, black kids, I hope they are. When you see girls, instead of telling them what those guys don't want, why don't you educate them on what those guys want and educate them on how to do it? Give them the game. That's how you give people the tools they need to obtain the goals that they want in life. They have to teach them. If they keep doing it, they clearly don't know.
Don't talk to our girls because you don't like them. Don't talk to our girls. How about that?
No, I'm being asked questions, so if I may, I would like to answer it.
Yeah. It's a question / suggestion. Like, why isn't this being done? That's the question. And the suggestion is
an assumption that it's not
to
being
do
done,
so.
You're assuming that it's not being done, but go ahead.
Well, if they're being taught, they're doing what they've been taught now, which is the problem. They've been taught the wrong things. So if they were being taught the right things, and they see the results, like Mike said, you need the track record, the credentials, evidence. In other words, once they see the proof, and they will, their behavior will change. They need leadership, and the leadership must come from men because we are meant to be the leaders. But we're not leading. We're just looking at them and judging. Like I said, the guys you talk about who said, I don't want that, and then they just don't even approach these women, they don't understand women. These women will adjust to the man who they see as that dude. These guys that you're talking to, I've been around guys in IT. These guys are lame, dude. They're super lame, and you know it. 99.9% of them. They're socially awkward. They don't understand women. They don't even know how to talk to them. They think they're some kind of different species or something, but they're just people. Have a conversation with one. That's literally all they have to do. Start there. If the woman says no, fine. Don't get pissed off. Just find another woman to talk to. That's the game. You're a man. You should get comfortable with rejection because you're going to hear the word no far more than you hear yes. As a man, you will in America, especially a black man. But you have to keep on going. And that's the difference between men like the guys you associate with and niggas like me. I don't stop until I get what I want. I don't make excuses like I can't afford it or it costs too much. I ask, what do I need to do to be able to afford the shit I want? What do I need to do to achieve that goal? What do I need to do to pull that chick over there? I'm a fucking hunter. But somehow, somewhere along the lines, our men have lost their fangs.
That's the difference.
And blame it on everybody else.
Salesmen understand rejection.
Go ahead, Perfect Blackness.
Okay. As opposed as in terms of mentoring or giving suggestions to women and girls, I give that when the questions are brought to me. When it's brought to me, I let them know what it is. I let them know what they want. Most of the time, they reject it. They reject it, it's on them, but you bring it to me. I tell you what they want. I tell you what they say they want. They don't want to do it, fine. Okay? These men are not looking for those type of women. So they're not trying.
What are they looking for?
These men are not looking for the type of women that was on the screen. They are fashioning their lives to avoid those types. I have fashioned my life to avoid, and I live within the community, and I don't have, the only time that I come in any contact with those type of women is when I'm at either at football practice or I'm in a parent's house talking to their son. The only time.
You don't see there's a problem.
Okay.
That's the fascinating part. You don't see that's a problem.
No, I don't.
Wow. Okay.
Keep this man from around your kids, man.
Man,
I would let that nigga mentor my motherfucking child.
Okay.
You couldn't even mentor
I would like to. Okay.
If you avoid the reason why I said it because if you're avoiding,
I'm allowing myself to do this because the world needs to see this.
Right, because if you're avoiding them, there's no way. There's no one to teach them.
Hold on, man, George.
You're not helping the community.
But I gotta let him finish. He did.
Do we have to?
Yes. Yes.
I didn't interrupt anyone.
He did.
No, did I interrupt anyone?
He did not.
Okay. So when they ask me, when they bring it to me, because I don't bring it to them, when they bring it to me, because they often do, they bring it to me, I tell them what they want. I tell them what they don't want. I tell them that. Many of them, most of them, don't like to hear it. Just like I'm hearing it here. They don't like to hear it. But that's what they ask for. You want those type of men. This is what these type of men are looking for. I'm not just talking about just in IT, and I do take that as a bit of an insult, but I'm not even gonna address it. I'm doing my best not to address the insults. Because I really want to stay with the factual stuff, the substance. I want to stay with that.
Insult, Nick.
There's a reason why these women are not being wiped up. And whether you guys want to accept it or not, these women play a part in that. Their choices play a part in that. How they present themselves to the world play a part in that. However it was begun, wherever they got that from, I agree where they got it from. Yes, I do. Absolutely. However, it is still them presenting it. They themselves are presenting it, and it has consequences. Whether you like it or not, it has consequences. And those consequences are the type of men that they have said over and over and over again that they want are not going to wife them. That's the consequence. And you can say that these men are lame. You can say that they're weak. You can say that they got no game. You can say all that. It ain't going to change. It is not going to change the fact that those women are not being chosen. Period.
But then they could real hustlers niggas like me too.
Say it again.
That make the same amount of money. They can get hustlers and niggas like me too. They don't have to get a snooty ass Puritan IT nigga.
And that's about all they got. Hustlers and a bunch of baby daddies of a bunch of hustlers.
And I ain't none of that, bro. I embody.
No. Wait a minute. No, that's
and a lot of niggas I know don't.
You said that. I didn't say that.
Bro,
You said.
I'm just saying.
I didn't say it.
I'm saying it's a population of niggas that's not victims out here that's ready for you.
Okay.
Women.
Yeah, that
man, real, would you?
That may be so. That may be so. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the type of men that these women say that they want. There's a reason why they're not getting chosen by these men that they say that they want.
What's the type?
I don't want to deal with that. Why is that a problem to deal with?
What's the type of man they say they want? You've been kind of saying that this type of man. What's this type of man? Please explain the characteristics of this type of man that they just can't get.
Oh, that's good. And these are the criteria of women that I've spoken to that told me what they want. A man who works and makes enough to where they don't have to work.
Okay. Everybody on that panel do that, right? Am I mistaken, fellas? Everybody on this panel that disagrees with you right now can do that.
You what?
Take care of a chick.
Oh, cool.
Right. Okay, go ahead. Keep going with these things that they just can't get.
Okay.
Because they die
type of men who make enough. I'm not gonna put a dollar amount on it. They want to be able to make enough to where they want to make who makes enough to be to where they don't have to work. That's number one. These men also have to be established in their careers. Not working in McDonald's, not working at the local Jewels or grocery store or something like that. These men need to be established in careers.
So if they're working in McDonald's, making
just those two things. Dude, you asking me these things, and I'm trying to give you all
I'm asking questions that follow up because you're saying things that need questions asked.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm just asking. So if a man is working at a grocery store making 120, say you work at a Fresh Market or a Whole Foods as a manager, he making $150,000 a year. They don't want that, even though he makes enough money that he could take care of them.
Okay. See,
I'm just asking because you talk to these women, you see these women and you help and mentor these women, right? They come to you for answers.
I'm giving you a general proposition of what they tell me.
You're making generalizations. You're making generalizations.
You're going to a specific position at a manager at the grocery store. You're saying
I'm trying to say that you're making generalizations and you cannot get that over on us. You can't get it over on us. You can't get that over on me.
You gotta wait until we done. Wait until we done, like then what's the name? Wait until we done. We at the same time, Perfect Blackness can't filibuster. But yeah, we gotta wait till.
I'm not trying to filibuster, but when I'm going, he's stopping me and he's going to these specifics. Look, these women are saying that. They're not saying, well, we're gonna distinguish between the manager, assistant manager, or just a baggage handler. They're saying they don't want this type of man who works here. That's what they're saying. They're not distinguishing that. Now, I'm not saying that if they found out that man is the manager of the store and he makes that, well, that may be different. Of course, that'll probably be different because his earning capacity is going to be different. I'm just saying they're not doing that. They're just saying, I don't want this type of man here. I don't want this man that work at a gas station. I don't want a man that work here. I want this type of man who he has a career. And they're normally going to be, these are the fields. And whether you're gonna like it or not, I know you're gonna say that we're corny, but IT is one of the biggest ones they always say.
They want an IT dude. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just.
Go ahead, man.
Do you want the answer or not?
I'm listening.
Tell me what they say. Another big one is real estate. That's what they say. Real estate. Those are the two biggest ones. Any other one? And if there's any other field, they would have to have some in-depth knowledge. The women who bring this stuff to me, those are the two biggest ones, real estate and IT. I don't know because that's what they see. I don't know. I have no clue why, but that's what they say. And these type of men do not want what we saw on the screen. They don't want it. I work with them. Yeah, some of them are cornballs. Okay, you got me there. I'm not gonna fight that. I'm not even gonna debate that. But I'm gonna tell you what these women say they want. Now, if you want to debate that, go to them, man. They're the ones saying that they want it.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying, man. You giving me modern Renaissance vibes, like you kind of creating generalizations.
Then go to the women. Then go talk to the women.
You're creating.
They want these men.
Hold on, man.
Don't
I let you
don't
talk,
blame
bro.
me. It's not
I
my
let you
fault.
talk,
I'm
bro.
not telling these women to choose that.
I let you talk,
They're
bro.
telling me that's what they want.
I let you talk, man. I let you talk.
Go ahead, Mike.
But what I'm saying is the reason I'm asking you specifics is because you choose to work in generalizations because that's what works for your argument. But when you start getting specific, it starts sounding real crazy. You're giving me vibes like you're making a lot of shit up that you're talking about, all this help and stuff that you're doing. And that's just me being honest. I'm not trying to insult.
Did I not just give you specifics?
Okay.
No, bro, but when I ask a question, you start crying about me asking a question in the middle of what you're saying.
Did I not just give you specifics?
No, you did not.
I just told you the two things that they said that they wanted.
And you said most.
So that's a generalization.
Okay, well, let me get a specific. How many of these so-called consultations have you had? Let's go specific. Let's get specific. How many of these said consultations
I've been
have you
doing
had?
this for 15 years, and you want me to say
I didn't ask how long you've been doing
it.
I didn't ask.
Parents, hundreds.
I'm talking about all the
I've talked to hundreds of parents. I've talked to hundreds. I would say thousands of kids over the last 15 years.
Okay, so
we have several age levels of kids in my program.
So you keep conflating women and kids.
So you're trying to tell me to give you specifics and numbers of stuff that is impossible for me to get because I deal with hundreds of kids every year. Hundreds of parents every year. What do you want me to do?
I want you to be.
I'm telling you what they're telling me.
Bruh, so like I said, you've had these consultations with these women. We're not talking about the kids. We're talking about the consultations with women that want IT and real estate niggas, right? That's what they told you. How many? Give me a rough example. You ain't got to give me a point on it. It's not like I know whether you tell the truth or not, right?
No, you got to see the ridiculousness of it. Okay, if you want, over the last, since I've been coaching with this program, coaching and mentoring with this program, since 2007, okay, every year, how many parents? We got we have a 7-year-old, we have an 8, 9,
You keep
10.
going down.
Because I need you to understand this, okay? Because I need you to understand. We got all of these different levels. You're telling me, you said, well, how many? Dude,
I'm asking how many mamas.
I can't even begin to tell you how many parents that I've spoken to over the years because it's impossible enough for me to tell you. Because I deal with these parents, I deal with hundreds of parents a year.
Dude, do you speak
you try to tell me to give you an answer. If I gave you a number, it won't even be accurate. Because I don't sit and jot down in a ledger. I spoke with Keisha this day.
About romantic
Karen
interest.
This day.
We're talking about romantic interest. We're talking about how many have you spoken to about romantic interest in the course of mentoring their kids?
Probably hundreds. I'll say that. Probably
200, 300, 400.
Probably way more than that.
Okay.
Over a decade and a half, yeah. Probably way more than that.
And so a decade and a half ago.
Over 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 7 age group. Each team got anywhere from 20 to 30 kids. So you tell me, you do the math on that.
This
you
man
think
keep
it's just
talking about
200?
kids, man.
You know why? Because you can't. You know why I keep bringing the kids up? Because you can't coach the kids without. You cannot coach the kids without coaching the parents. So if you coaching the kids, you're coaching the parents.
So are you a mentor or just a football coach?
I'm both. You can't do. I do both. I've been in the homes.
I'm talking about official capacity.
Yes, I've been in the homes.
So you okay? All right.
Yeah,
So
if I'm not clean in the milk here,
right?
I'm just gonna be honest. If something not clean in the milk, I'm detecting deception. So go ahead, man, Drill. But I'm just detecting.
Then you're just not accepting what I'm saying.
Okay,
no,
and that's all that I can say.
I accept that deception.
What do you want me to
do?
You want me to take a picture of the 501c3 paperwork and put it on there for you?
Nah, because I know somebody else started that.
Is that what you want me to? You want me to give you a ledger of every single parent that I spoke to? That's impossible, man. You know that's unreasonable.
No, that's not the point. That's not the point.
But no, that is the point. Because he's asking me. He said how many. And I said,
So,
100.
so you don't realize.
I don't know.
You don't realize.
I
You
don't
don't realize.
know.
But you don't realize a loaded question.
Every time I go out, I'm talking to parents all the time.
But you don't realize a loaded question because you're talking about women, talking to women, single women about their romantic interest in the course of mentoring their kids. So either answer you give.
No, stop. I'm telling you, when they bring it to me.
The fact you answering it,
when they bring it to me, when they bring it to me,
why would they bring it to
me?
you?
I tell them when they bring it to me, and it is
why would they bring it to you?
Have you been to a youth football game? Have you been to a youth football practice?
I got children, bro. What are you talking about?
That ain't what I asked. Have you been to a youth football practice? Have you been to a youth football game? You know the number of black women out there dressing to be chosen.
And I know the number of coaches that like to fuck them too.
Yes, I do. I absolutely do. We do. So you don't think in your mind, having that knowledge, you don't think that they come to us about
you're a predator.
about
you're a scavenger, not a predator.
You don't think they come to us and ask, hey, what do you do? Because they do.
Yeah. They probably ask you to leave.
So and when we tell them, when I and the other coaches that I coach with tell them what we do. Once you know what they ask us, how do we get men like that? Where do you go? Where do you hang out with men like that? Where do you guys hang out at?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they ask us.
And I'm sure y'all take them out. And I'm sure y'all take them out.
I don't know. No. See, no.
I'm sure y'all take them out.
No. See, I had to learn some hard lessons about that. I can't. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you did. I bet you learned some hard lessons.
Come on, man.
What is wrong?
Can't have no contact with
what is wrong? I'm not gonna. Yeah, there was some problems. Yeah, I had to learn some hard lessons about that. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you did.
Right.
Oh, but I tell you what. Here's the thing that goes to my point. I didn't fight none of them.
Of course not, because you just
there's a reason why I didn't fight none of them.
Because you hate black women.
You pick off carcasses and leave, bro. You get these garbage ass bitches that you don't need no game to get. You use your power to get them, and you pick off carcasses and you leave. You're a vulture, and you're a scavenger. Just go ahead and say it, bro.
Right.
You're a scavenger. It's cool. Just be real about it. Live your truth.
Your truth.
Live your truth, bro. Then you won't ever hear. And you won't ever hear Big Mike say your truth, but without this situation right here, you live your truth, but be true about it. You fucking them boys' mamas, and you leaving them, and you doing everything that niggas shouldn't be doing. That's why you choose to stay on the South Side when you got enough money to move to Aurora. You want to be there. You want that constant flow of pussy. And the South African ain't gonna say shit.
Right.
No, because you're a military.
Because she got a green card. She cool.
And the thing is, here's the thing. This is why you see. Here's the thing. This is why you need game. This is why you need game.
Not on my property. Not around my niggas. He can't.
You'd have known that your South African wife sees you as a meal ticket. She ain't finna fuck her money up. Your money is hers. Okay. You were the key to her getting that green card.
I'm gonna let those insults go. That's why
those ain't insults, dude.
They're not insults, bro. Those are not insults. This is what we think. Those
are not insults. Those are not insults.
No. This is what we think of you based on.
I strongly suggest. Look, just meeting you tonight. I strongly suggest you get a DNA test for them kids, and I mean that in the best possible way. Because you're in danger, brother, and you don't even know it.
Okay, Noble.
Yeah.
If you don't think those are insults, that's fine.
I did.
That's fine.
I didn't say that.
Though, if you don't think those are insults, I'm gonna let that go. I'm not even gonna argue.
I'm not trying to insult you, bro. I'm not trying to insult you.
No, that's fine. I know you're not.
I'm making observations.
Even though you say you're not, that's fine.
I'm making observations.
That's fine. I know that you guys.
You're cooking yourself right now.
I know. That's fine. I
don't fuck with you because you disrespecting me. You disrespect my hood.
So I'm also showing the ridiculousness as to why Black American women are going to always remain with our husbands. You may not like that. You may not like that. You can insult me all you want. That's not going to change the reality for black.
How do you not see that you're part of the problem, though?
You part of the problem, bro.
How do you not see that you're not part of the problem? How do you not see that you're part of? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
But you can barely hear the truth. So who has the problem here? What's the problem?
All that memes up, all that's fine. None of that is going to change. None of that that's being put up is going to change the reality for black American women. None of that. None of that is going to change the fact that they're not being chosen, and the reason why they're not being chosen. You can cook me all you want. Go right ahead.
There's plenty of those bills. I do wear this for a living. There's plenty of women being chosen.
You know what? There's a reason why they're not being chosen, and I'm not going to get off that. There's a reason why they're not being chosen.
Why are they not being chosen?
Why they are not.
Why are they not being chosen? Why are they not being chosen?
I know already. That has already been well established.
No, not by me.
We're not going to do that. We already know why they're not. Even if you don't want to accept it, we know why they're not.
You didn't tell me. I don't know. What is your definition as to why they're not being chosen?
Well,
I'm asking genuinely.
Were you here earlier when they had that young lady up there?
No,
then you know what? No, then rewind the tape. I'm not going to go back over it.
Hey,
I'm not going to go back over it.
Nah, don't go back over.
Rewind it. Yeah, he don't want you to go right. He don't want you to. He don't want you to see why. He don't want you to see why.
No, you don't want to see.
Black American women.
You want me to tell you how you said it? You want me to say it back to you how I think you said it? Go ahead.
You don't want to go back over it because you don't want to see it. That's why you don't want to go back over it.
I don't want to see a woman that has fake hair, fake nails, red hair, and all those and visible tattoos. I don't want that. Okay. I don't want it. Mm-hmm. And no amount of shaming or, as you say, cooking me on that part is going to change that fact of the contrary.
No, ain't nobody cooking.
Tell black American women to stop seeking love men like that.
I got you, but have you ever do you leave room for the fact that maybe these kids don't heed your advice because they know you're a fraud? And you do.
Actually, they do heed my advice. Actually, they do heed my advice.
I'm sorry.
Who me?
Colin,
what's going on?
I heard you said. I didn't know if you knew this.
No, I'm just asking you what's going on. I get that. I don't know why you're not listening to me.
No hair.
Back up for a second. I just want to get clarity. You hear what you're saying out loud, brother?
They do need advice, but they don't need it from you.
Then why haven't you given them to them? Why haven't you given them? Why haven't you given them? Why haven't you give? Okay, what advice do you give them?
Well, it depends on the circumstances, doesn't it?
Oh, it depends.
Take each kid on a case-by-case basis.
What if it's a
give me a scenario? Give me a scenario. Here's the thing. Unlike you, when it comes to young women, you have to hit them young. You're running an uphill battle.
Hey,
with
don't tell him that.
With 300-pound weights dragging behind you, going after the adults. You have to counsel. Well, you don't need to be around teenage girls, but you have to counsel them as teenagers and teach them these things. If they want these guys who have the stable careers, who are gonna be something in life, you have to teach them young. It's a wrap for the adults.
Well, they're not being they're not being taught young.
Of course not, because people like you ignore them.
Okay, so wait, hold on. So it's my fault that they're not being taught because they're not being taught young. So men like myself see that and say, I don't want that. So it's my fault.
You're because supposed to be a leader.
What he want. It's all about what he wants, dog. It's like a woman.
Wait, no, hold on. What he wants. No. So you're saying we're supposed to take these women. We're supposed to take these women. We're supposed to take these women.
Male mammy.
We're supposed to take these women and take them completely out of something that they have not been. They're completely something out of that they haven't been taught to do. We're gonna teach them to do something they haven't been taught to do. So it's on this now.
We're supposed to teach them something they haven't been taught to do. Yes, that's
we're supposed to teach them how to be wise.
That's how teaching. That's how teaching works.
And in shape.
Something they don't know how to do.
So I'm supposed to teach them to be in shape.
Hold up.
They don't want to go to the gym.
Hold up. We're gonna continue this in the back and let y'all keep talking, but we're gonna end the show. I got a show to do.
Do we have to? Let's do this on camera. They gotta see this.
He's gonna still be on camera.
He's a fantastic specimen.
I gotta do it live at 10. So
that nigga didn't say specimen.
Do you see if there's
Appreciate
anything
y'all.
else?
Everybody watching the stream. We're gonna do this again soon. Please check out Savannah live at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Hit that damn like button, and yeah, we can keep this going on the back. You know, appreciate you.
They would be fools to resist my divine power. His death was a necessary loss. Soon I will have a new apprentice, one far younger and more powerful. Remember, when a king is loved as I am, much can be accomplished.
We didn't do this because we like you. We did this because we are you.
Boom, the world class.